When a person suffers a loss, they then try to adjust their view of the world and themselves to incorporate that loss into their lives. Grief is that adjustment period, and it is the normal response to loss. Grief needs to be encouraged. A failure to grieve effectively can result in diminished well-being and an ongoing disruption to life.
Anyone that has suffered loss must be able to grieve. They must be able to release that emotion in whatever form that takes, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else or hurt themselves. And so wherever you can provide a safe environment to allow them to express grief, express emotion, whether in a private setting or whether in a public setting, such as a memorial service, that's one avenue where grief is encouraged and supported in a safe environment. In a counselling environment, again, one-on-one, with a professional that's been trained with these areas of management, asking the right questions, allowing them to delve deep into that pit of grief, as it were. But at the same time, with the positive outcome is to allow healing to start to take place.
Several theories exist that attempt to place a conceptual framework around grief in an attempt to better understand it. One of the most well-known is the Kubler-Ross model. Developed in 1969, the Kubler-Ross model outlines 5 distinct stages of grief, beginning with denial and anger, then bargaining and depression, and finally, acceptance. Though groundbreaking in its day, modern grief theory has moved on from the Kubler-Ross model.
There's been lots of research done, including some research that I did myself about people's experiences compared with the theories that we have. And it becomes pretty obvious that people don't go through stages. There is actually an example that's been given about a little boat being out on the sea, and the different things that that boat experiences can be the winds, it can be the fog, it can be a whole range of things that have an effect on that boat. And so it is with bereavement and grief experience, really, that it's a different frame of experiences that come and go according to what's happening that day. Some people experience things that other people may never experience.
Grief is the incorporation of a loss into a person's life. Grief needs to be encouraged, as failure to grieve can result in further emotional complications. Modern grief theory has evolved to become more inclusive and holistic.